Hello, Tenthers. Let us enter to our virtual classes once again. Geography, we are discussing the chapter Agriculture. And today we will be discussing particularly about one of the greatest beverages of the world called tea. So, tea cultivation. Since it is chapter Agriculture, so we will be mainly confining our discussion on the entire process of tea cultivation. So let's get into it. Regarding tea cultivation, we have heard the word called tea garden. It's very nice. The pictorial scene is very attractive. However, tea is cultivated normally in a large commercial operations, and in the field or garden in which the tea is cultivated, it is technically is known as estates. So tea is cultivated in large estates. Estates are normally huge gardens. Okay, it comprises of many hectares. The plant is valued for its young leaves. Tea, not for its fruits, not for its flowers, but just for its leaves. And that also not all the leaves, the tender leaves, shoots, it has got a special names. So leaves and leaf buds from which the tea beverage is produced. Now in India, we have got three types of tea. Three types of tea. They are mainly known as the black tea, green tea, and oolong tea. Black tea. The black tea is mainly grown in India and Sri Lanka. Now it is processed by drying leaves, crushing by machine, and fermenting them. This type of tea is very popular in India, and it is taken with milk and sugar. That's the normal tea that we take in India. Especially the people who are addicted to tea, they would prefer to take this type of tea with milk and sugar. Now green tea nowadays is becoming quite fashionable, and many people are actually taking it. It is rather medicinal. Whatever, this type of tea is processed by heating the picked up leaves and roasting them over a hot pan. Note, they aren't dried in the sun. The green leaves straightway are heated up, dried up, roasted, not dried in the sun. They are roasted in the pan. This type of tea is normally taken without milk and sugar. Green tea normally is not taken with sugar and milk. Today, green tea is used as an antioxidant that is helpful in controlling one's weight gain. This is the another type of semi-fermented tea is called oolong tea. You see, it is greenish brown. It is greenish brown in color. India doesn't produce this type of tea. Normally, this kind of tea is quite common or popular in the Mongolian states, and most of them are famous in Taiwan. Now we shall discuss about the climatic conditions, rather the geographical conditions required for the good growth of tea. Temperature. It grows well in hot and humid climate. Hot and humid climate. The temperature may be from 13 degree to 35 degrees Celsius. Very high humidity and heavy dew are quite helpful for the growth of tea. Rainfall. Rainfall also is quite high. Heavy rainfall ranging from 150 centimeter to 250 centimeter. However, it is very conducive for tea to grow well if the rainfall is well distributed throughout the year. So it's not just in one shower or two shower, but if it distributed all through the year, time to time, if it rains, it is better, or you can say best for the tea to grow. Soil, it needs well drained, deep, sandy, loamy soil. 3 points: well drained, deep, sandy, loamy soil. It should be rich in organic matter as well as iron content. Iron content. Okay. Potash and phosphorus content, they add special flavor to tea. Now, there are various methods of cultivation of tea. We have to follow the sowing method, the clonal planting, and obviously after that harvesting. Seeds are planted in nursery for about 9 to 12 months, almost a year. Once the seedlings are about 20 centimeter, they are transplanted. The average lifespan of a tea plant is about 50 years. And I read somewhere even some of the tea plants can live as long as 200 years. It's okay. The average lifespan is 50 years. Clonal planting. So the word clone, from your biology, you must be quite familiar with the word called clone. Clonal planting, it is a method in which the old mother tea plants are cut into pieces. They are known as cuttings. So in this method, cuttings are made from the mother plant for the better quality, quantity and flavors. So quality, quantity and flavors. So in this way, the clonal planting is rather favorable. Initially, they are grown in the nurseries, but when again the plant or the plant becomes little high, about 20 centimeter, they are transplanted in the estates. Harvesting of the tea. Now in this connection we have to learn a new word called flush. A flush. Now after 3 to 4 years from the time of sowing, after 3 to 4 years from planting, tea leaves or flushes are plucked. Now what is a flush? You should know what is a flush. A flush is a new shoot consisting of several leaves and a bud. A flush is a new shoot consisting of several leaves and a bud. If you see the advertisement on TV for tea brands, then you will always see there are kind of like Trishul, the 3 leaves, one in the middle and 2 at the side. This kind of advertisement pictures you can see. However, a flush is mainly with 3 to 5 or 6, especially the main one, the bud in the middle, and 2 or 3 leaves along with it. The finest tea is obtained from the young shoots comprising 2 leaves and a bud. So a flush with 2 leaves and a bud is the best for tea flavor. This is known as the fine plucking. So you have got 2 terms, a flush and fine plucking. A flush is a new shoot consisting of several leaves with a bud, and the fine plucking is the flush comprising the bud and just 2 tender leaves along with it. Now usually the female labor is employed to pluck the leaves because it is hand picked. Tea is I don't think that anywhere the machine is used to pluck the tea, but tea is hand picked. It is a work of lots of patience, whatever. Usually female labor is employed to pluck the leaves. Usually in a year there may be 15 to 20 plucking. Why are shade trees planted in the tea estates? Now they say tea is a shade loving plant. Okay, tea is a shade loving plant. So the tea plants are grown rows about a meter apart, in rows. Okay, they are grown in rows. where shade trees are planted to protect the tea shrubs from hot sun and bright light. So actually the tea leaves cannot it's called bear the direct hot sun and the bright light. So shades are required. So in between the rows of the tea plants, there are big trees are planted to give the shades. Are there. It's not necessary that all the 7 steps you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps, that all the 7 steps are required, but most of them are required from the time of picking up the leaves till finally it is come to our table or in a cup as part of tea. So the first step, withering. What is the withering? The picked up leaves are sprayed for, in fact, drying, for withering to reduce the moisture from them. So it's called drying. Simply withering equals to drying. The picked up leaves are sprayed in the sun and then they are left there to get their moisture reduced. Rolling. Rolling of the leaves is done to expose the juice which is inside the leaves called tannic acid, a kind of tannic acid called thein, to the air to ferment. So after that comes fermentation. Fermentation oxides the tannin and gives red color to the leaves. Point to be noted, fermentation is done in order to get the tannin, the red color to the leaves. Firing, किसी को गोली मारना नहीं है. Firing obviously is another step. Then the leaves, the fermented leaves are put in an oven of with a degree about 70 degrees Celsius to 75 degree temperature, which gives the tea black color. So from red to now black. Now sorting. Sorting is a segregation or separating. So after the firing, means weathering, rolling, fermentation and firing, the leaves are separated into their sizes, different sizes, and blended according to taste, flavor and quality. In the entire process, tea tester, tea testers are also there, but still, since we are talking most of the geographical part of it, we are not talking about that. But after the sorting, the tea testers, they really test the tea, and it's itself a job. Tea testing is a job, tea tester. And after the tea is tested, those people, they do the grading. Grading means according to their quality and brands, quality and brands. Then obviously when everything is done, weathering, rolling, fermentation, firing, sorting, grading, then only one job is left, that is called packing. The tea is packed in plywood chest. The box which is made out of plywood is known as chest. So tea chests. Then the tea is packed in plywood chest and sent for market and export. So dear children, 10thers, we have come to the end of today's discussion about the tea cultivation. Go step by step. In general, the types of tea, then there are methods of cultivation, the geographical geographical requirements, especially in terms of temperature, rainfall, soil, and why the tea plants also need shades, and the shade trees are planted among the tea estates, and the tree processing. This is the way that we are summarizing the whole chapter. Hope this has helped you. We remind you once again, if you have got any query, put your queries in the comment box. We are always there to satisfy your queries or to give you an answer. And also keep in mind, from the next week onwards, we will be linking you online, and if you have got any queries, any clarification, okay, regarding any subject, you will be given a timetable also. Then you can always ask us and we can clarify. Wish you all the best, children. Now start to begin, be in touch with your studies, because now time is really running out. You are not very far away from your board exam. Surely, perhaps we hope that board exam will happen. When will happen, how will happen, we don't know. But let us keep our fingers crossed. We must do our homework. Wish you all the best. Stay home, stay well, stay safe.